Huomenta. Lähdetään jatkaan meidän Stamina Necromancerilla main questlinea. Katsotaas montako tehdään. Tossa on heti nokaessa alkamassa, niin lähdetään sen pitemmittä alkupuheitani tekemään. Jos muutama ainakin näitä main questlineja tekis putkeen tuossa. Jep.
I hear familiar footfalls. Come closer, Vestige. Welcome to the Harborage, Vestige. This is as comfortable a home as an old dried-up husk like myself could hope for. Despite my blindness, nay, because of it, my other senses seem to have heightened. This place had the right smell about it. Indeed, but let us not get ahead of ourselves. Without an understanding of where we are bound, every road will get us nowhere. Before we truly understand our destination, we must speak of the past. Of a sort. I invite you to enter my mind and walk with me through visions of the past, that you might understand the events that brought us to this time, this moment. Enter my mind, Vestige, and walk with me through the shadows of past events.
Follow, okay.
Follow me, Vestige, and learn of the events that precipitated our current crisis. My part in the story began when I awoke on the steps of the Abbey of the Moth Priests, with no memory of my prior life. The Moth Priests took pity upon me and brought me into their fold. I was weak and near death. It was there I first set eyes upon the Elder Scrolls and devoted my life to their study. The scrolls allowed me to glimpse the very fabric of reality, but each profound insight dimmed my vision and eventually left me permanently blinded to the light of the world. The prophecies of the Elder Scrolls are a fluid, living thing. They are not fixed. At many points throughout history, the actions of heroic mortals have rewritten them. I only know that you are important, Vestige. The scrolls reveal to me that your destiny is intertwined with that of the Five Companions. The Five Companions were a band of adventurers who sought out an ancient artifact called the Amulet of Kings. They hoped to use this artifact to persuade Akatosh, the dragon god, to accept their leader as one of the Dragonborn.
Dragonborn.
The Dragonborn are mortals destined for greatness, with the blood of the dragons in their veins. It is said that only a true Dragonborn can ignite the eternal dragon fires in the Imperial City. Baron Aquilarius, the son of a Colovian duke, who led a rebellion against the Emperor Leovic and took the crown himself. Alas, Veron was not truly a Dragonborn, as those who sit upon the ruby throne must be, in accordance with tradition. You have already heard enough babbling from this old blind fool. It is time you met the 5 companions yourself and witnessed their fate. The first companion, Lyris Titanborn, daughter of giants, was the mightiest warrior in the service of the Emperor. Next, Abner Tharn, a powerful sorcerer and Grand Chancellor to the Imperial Elder Council. The Red Guard Swordmaster, Sai Sahan, leader of the Imperial Dragon Guard. The Imperial Emperor, Baron Aquilarius, who attempted to light the dragon fires and failed. And finally, Ma'aqi, the traitor, the King of Worms, a powerful necromancer, and your executioner. These were the 5 companions who set out from the Imperial City on an epic quest to recover the lost Amulet of Kings. Ma'aqi convinced Veren that the amulet could be used to perform a ritual that would rekindle the dragon fires. He claimed this would please Akatosh and entice him to adopt Veren as one of the Dragonborn. By tradition, only the Dragonborn can lay claim to the Ruby Throne and rule as the one true Emperor by divine right. Veren conquered Cyrodiil and took the throne, but unless he became Dragonborn, he feared he'd always be thought of as a pretender. Ma'aqi the traitor, the great enemy, the most powerful necromancer this world has ever known. His worm cult infiltrates and corrupts every corner of Tamriel. It was he who convinced Veren to perform the ritual you are about to witness. Disaster, war, and pestilence. A world brought to its knees. Now watch and see how one man's arrogance brought about the greatest threat our world has ever known.
Mitä tapahtuu?
There it is. The Dragonfire Brazier. Ma'aqi, you certain this will work?
It will work, my liege. The Amulet of Kings will rekindle the dragon fires and ensure your rightful place as Emperor. You have my word.
It better work, Ma'aqi, or you'll find your neck at the business end of my axe.
My lord, I wonder if you'd muzzle your half-giant pet. She really is annoying.
Enough, both of you. We are here to ensure my lord's rightful claim to the Ruby Throne.
Abner, begin the ritual. I have a destiny to fulfill. By the lighting of the dragon fires, I claim my rightful lineage. By the fires of creation, let me be reborn. By the will of Akatosh, I proclaim myself Dragonborn.
Baron Aquilarius, you are no heir to Alessia. You will pay for your sacrilege. The veil between Tamriel and Oblivion tears and splits asunder.
What's happening? The sky's opening up. This is bad. This is very bad. Ah!
This isn't supposed to happen. What's the meaning of this? Ma'aqi, what have you done?
Gullible fools! The veil between Oblivion and this world has been torn. My master, Moloch Baal, is free to claim Tamriel for his own.
Akatosh, forgive me! Have mercy on our souls!
The ritual tore the veil between Nairn and Oblivion, allowing Ma'aqi to begin stealing the souls his master needed to power the dark anchors and initiate the plane melt. Akatosh gave Alessia the Amulet of Kings as a symbol of his covenant with Nan. So long as the amulet remained in the care of Alessia's heirs and the dragon fires remained lit, Tamriel would be protected from the Daedra.
What happened next?
Manamako tricked Varen into breaking the covenant, and the veil between Oblivion and Nan was torn. The Elder Scrolls named this event the Soul Burst. It gave Molag Bal the opportunity to disconnect the souls of Nan from their hosts. Varen was lost. In the chaos of the moment, Sai Sahan took the Amulet of Kings and fled. Leris was captured by Manamako and delivered to Cold Harbor, the realm of Molag Bal. Tharn remains Chancellor of the Elder Council, and his daughter Clivio rules as Empress Regent. But the true power remains in the hands of Manamako and his worm cult. When I discovered the truth about the 5 companions, I made subtle inquiries, but apparently not subtle enough. Manamako got word of my interests and abducted me. He took me to Cold Harbor, where I remained a prisoner until you freed me. The truth is always a threat to evil men. Manamako feared I would reveal his treachery, and if knowledge of Nan's vulnerability were to become known, it could threaten his master's schemes. Molag Bal does not favor loose ends. Walk with me. Long ago it was written, so long as the Amulet of Kings was borne by Alessia's heirs, Tamriel would be protected from the forces of Oblivion. But the Soul Burst tore the veil between worlds and gave Molag Bal the opportunity he desired. Molag Bal's dark anchors pierced the torn veil and seemed to draw down into the depths of Cold Harbor. These terrible engines of destruction were appearing all throughout Tamriel.
Sieltä tipahti Molag Bali ankkuri.
If the Lord of Brutality and Domination is successful, he will merge our world and his own in a terrible plain meld. Few will survive the ordeal, and those that do will be enslaved for all eternity. And so it falls to us, Vistage. We must stop Molag Bal and his dark anchors, or our world is doomed. And now history seems to have caught up with us. Shall we return to the Harborage?
Yes, sir.
As you say. And so it begins. The remainder of the story has yet to be written. It is your story now. And there is so much to do. But know this, you will not walk this path alone. We must grow in strength and in numbers. You will need more than the company of an old blind man to alter the course of history. We must assemble our own group of companions. The first you have already met. Lyris sacrificed her own freedom to allow us to escape. She remains a prisoner in Cold Harbor. I must determine her precise location if we are to mount a rescue. That will take time. Minamako's agents leave a web of lies and deceit. They pit the races of Tamriel against one another and divert their attention from the real threat. Seek out these agents, wherever they can be found, and expose their lies. Forgive me. Bringing you into my mind seems to have taken quite a toll on me. I must rest. I will contact you when the time is right. Until then, walk in the light, Vistage.
Walk in the light. Tehdääs toinen saman tien tuohon vaikka. Hetkinen, käymäs palauttaa tuo Mage Squeltin tehtävä, mikä tuolla on. Näkyykin nyt saman tien. Saahan pisteet kotiin siitä. pisteet kotiin siitä.
The time is now. Seat me by the sea outside Vocal Tower. Hurry.
Käydään ensin tuolta lauttaa, sitten jatketaan main questlinea. Hetkinen, se lähti heti.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
Vähän unohdin käydä syöttää tän, mutta käydään tuossa menomatkalla takaspäin. Saadaan vähän vauhtia lisää tähän. Valaste. Sie.
Were you successful? Do you have the tomes? Well done. You're already proving your worth to the guild. Sorry, did you say strange? What happened? Shalador? Labyrinthian's father, the Spell Mirror's forger. Are you speaking truly? And, this book's pages are blank. Why is it glowing?
Niin, se sanoo meille se Shalidor, että fire would show you the words.
The spellwrights of the First Era used a special ink that would remain invisible until immersed in arcane fire. Perhaps that's what he meant. We have a brazier nearby burning with such a fire. Let's see what the flames reveal. Cast the book into the arcane fire. Fear not, the pages will not burn. Ah, the dead. They don't rest very quietly these days, do they? Was she some long-dead Aliad, an unlucky pirate? That woman is a menace. I'll have a word with her later. Thank you for mentioning this to me, Adept. Shalador was the most famous archmage of the First Era. His dedication to spellcraft and his commitment to research were unmatched by any before or since. Most mages revere him, though he does have his critics. Shalador felt that one should earn the right to be called mage. He created many trials to test the spellcasting mettle of men in Myr. His loudest detractors were those who failed those tests.
Missä se nyt oli? Tuo. Summoning rituals. Nämä on ihan sijasaksaa.
What has the fire revealed? Complex indeed. Much of this is beyond my understanding, but here, this one is an attunement spell. We can summon Archmage Shalador himself. We'll need some ritual orbs. They'll focus your magicka, attune your life energies, and draw him to this place. The ritual will apparently also link your mind with his. It means that the Archmage will be able to guide you and speak to you whenever he chooses. Are you ready to begin? To the center. First, we attune your spirit to Shalador's. Ready. When
Ready.
you're set, use the orb before you.
Knew it! I was right in choosing you. I can sense. Yes, the aura around you glows with good fortune. You will be the one to help me complete my final task.
Why me?
What I hope to accomplish is difficult, perhaps impossible. It will require great strength of spirit. I sense this strength in you. That is what drew us together in the ruins.
A storm rages towards us, Adept. War has come to Tamriel, and the mages of this great guild must have quarter. I intend to offer them a safe haven, a sanctuary where they may study in peace. I created that sanctuary centuries ago. It was stolen from me by an agent of chaos and magically transported to the Shivering Isles. To recover the island, we must locate 4 hidden tomes. This is the task of which I speak. They are being held in the place known as Cheesemonger's Hollow. It is a realm of the mad god, Sheogorath. Stand by my side, and I will open a portal. Be careful. Sheogorath is not to be taken lightly. I lost the sanctuary because of his nimble tongue and mad stare. He's known as the Daedric Prince of Madness, the Mad God. The Dunmer call him one of their 4 corners of the House of Troubles, and he's earned the title 1,000-fold. Yes, an example of Sheogorath's humor. There are those that find his madness amusing. I am not one of those people. The Mad God would just as soon serve you an aged cheddar as he would flay the skin from your bones. Remember that. I won't waste my time recounting his antics. Suffice it to say, he got the better of me. Bets were made, wagers were lost, and my sanctuary, Ivea, was pulled into his realm. My apprentices screaming all the while.
Näköjään jatkuu tää tehtävä, niin tehdään tämä tässä välissä. Ollaan täällä, niin ei jouta pallaa sen takia takas. Sen jälkeen mennään sinne main questlineen.
Oh, how quaint. A mortal. Well, what is it? Here for some spell books? How pedestrian. As it happens, I'm feeling particularly charitable at present. After a test of your resolve, this isn't a lending library. If you want the spell books, you'll have to earn them. A portal has been opened, just behind you. Close it, and I'll grant you passage. Close the portal if you can, though you may want to deal with those scamps first.
Kuole. Vieläkö sitä tulee? Mihin sä olet matkalla? Talk to Haskill.
That was unexpectedly competent. You'd make an adequate house servant. I don't suppose you'd consider it. The pay is meager, but the fringe benefits are appalling.
No joo, voisin mä alkaa. Teidän vaihtoehtoa.
Pity. The tomes you seek are beyond the door at the top of the stair. Once you're outside, follow the path. Just doing the Master's will. I will open the door for you. Oh, and mind the scamps. The little imps adore fresh flesh. Such children. Right this way. And please, try not to make a mess of things. Happy adventuring. I'm so glad we've had this time together. One must usually go to a public execution for conversation of this caliber. Oh, just one of the many shrines to my lord. The common rabble know it as Cheesemonger's Hollow. Sher Gorath is fond of it, but rarely graces it with his presence. I am Lord Sher Gorath's chamberlain. I handle his affairs and look after the Shivering Isles while his lordship is away. Are you lost? Do you know nothing of the place you've come to? The Shivering Isles are Lord Sher Gorath's realm in oblivion. To tell you more would, as my lord puts it, spoil all the fun.
Thanks. Katsotaanpa saanko me tekstityksiä tähän näkymään. Video. Gameplay. Interface. Ilmeisesti ei. Oikeastaan vähän. Nää täältä, ettei jouduta tappeleen kaikkien noiden pikkuotusten kanssa, niin täällä on se päämatsi.
Someone to play with you!
Tuo näköjään mä olin maassa ennen kuin se hyppäs mun päälle, mutta... No taas. Se tuo blokkaaminen vie vissiin kaikki stamina. Jotenkin tuntuu, että ei kyllä toimi. Koska mulla on 2500 ja se ei niinku palaudu oikeastaan ollenkaan. Stamina on 25 000. Tässä tulee vaan heikompia mitä ylemmästä mennään.
Well. What do we have here? Puppy killer? Come to steal me books? What? Who? Where? What? When? Sometimes why? Shalidor? Ho! That pompous Nord and I go way back. I know what he wants. Indeed I do. Ha! His island. He wants to steal it back. How I love a challenge. Now where's the sport in that? I tell you what. I'll give you one book in exchange for your heart or lungs. Your choice. No, wait. I have a better idea. Let's have a contest. A contest wrapped in a mystery with an enigma glaze. Oh, what fun we'll have. A few tasks, the odd death trap. Nothing so difficult to say reassembling the Staff of Chaos or rebuilding the new Midium. Take the first book, Puppy Killer, and I'll give you an additional book for each test you pass. Are you game? Excellent! Cheese and cabbage for everyone! But wait, we should inform Shalidorable of our deal. With any luck, he'll die of embarrassment all over again. I can't wait to see the look on his face. If it's precious enough, I might hang it on the wall.
What's the meaning of this?
Sheogorath, you remember. Ah, Shalador. You never ride, you never visit. Just now I made a deal with your lackey here. How long have you wanted those books? Eternity?
Your deals are hardly fair. What farce have you contrived this time?
Think of it as an adventure! Ha! And don't worry, I've got a surprise for you, too. I put a tiny curse on these books, just a small one. Long story short, Shal, you can never read these books.
Curse you, mad god!
Boring! Be more imaginative, Shal. Like, curse you, mad god! May you become cheese eternally gnawed by skeevers! Unfortunately, I have no more time for constructive criticism. Do stay in touch.
Curse the mad god. I don't know what game he's playing with you, but I do know the stakes. That's true. Though without my help, it will take Velast considerably longer to translate it. I'd like you to return and let her know the bad news. I'll send you back to Tamriel then. Are you ready?
Jep. Mennään.
You radiate an aura of power. Does this mean you have the books? Tests? Well, that's a start, I suppose. What of Shalador? He was drawn away from here in a burst of light. Not good, not good. I'll start translating this right away, but I hope Shalador returns to help. Zarxus' backside! Then this is going to take a while. Check in at a guild hall from time to time. I'll leave word for you when I've finished.
I will.
In the meantime, keep an eye out during your travels. There are many lost tomes scattered throughout Tamriel. Who knows, any one of these books may help us restore Shalador's lost island haven. Pardon me, I must begin this translation. These runes? Fascinating. Terrifying, isn't he? The will and attention of a child with the power of a Daedric prince. Well, look on the bright side. You're still upright on two legs. You're not inside out or bright purple or afflicted with new angry limbs. It could be worse.
Goodbye, goodbye. Ja tässä tekee nyt se.
Your timing is impeccable. I'd hoped to find you here, Adept. Velast has finished translating the tome. Once you're ready, join us at the Mages Guild. Speak to Velast when you arrive. Velast will be expecting you at the Elden Root Guild Hall. I'll see you there, Adept. She did most of the hard work. I'll leave the explanation to her. Just know that Sheogorath is nowhere near as clever as he thinks. She was able to unravel his nonsense and determine where you need to go. Huh!
Aha. Jos katson, tuleeko täältä tehtävä. Tulee.
There's an urgent task for you.
Otetaan sekin
Comrade,
muistiksi.
I have an
tuosta.
urgent message for you. Guildmaster Sees All Colors would like to see you as soon as possible. She said the journal has revealed something about the Vivicis, whatever that is. She awaits you at the guild hall. You can find her in the hall in Eldenroot, comrade. May the Eight protect you.
Ne on molemmat samassa paikassa, okei. Okay.
No idea. Word around the hall is that she's been working day and night on some mysterious project. I've even seen some Mages Guild scribes wandering around the place. Strange.
Yeah. Goodbye. Vähän tässä nyt tekee se main quest tuo. Hetkinen, meillähän puuttuu... Toi on ihan hyvä. Saa healthia ja staminaa ja stamina recovery. Lähdetään pelastaa Lyris. Titanborn. Käväs hevot, eikö tälle antaa vähän sapuskaa, niin päästään pikkusen lujemmin.
Welcome, friend.
Noin.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
Mm-hmm. Siinä on se Enchanted Boatkivi. Testasin vaan ennen kuin sätit tosta perin.
It is good to see you again, and I do see you in my own way. You're a wound in time, a tear in reality that shouldn't exist and cannot long endure. Fate speaks in riddles. Your fate was written in the scrolls long ago. It is entwined with the fate of the 5 companions. I have finally located Lyris Titanborn in Cold Harbor. She works a terrible forge under the lash of the great deceiver Molog Baal. Her soul is in great danger. You must go to her. I can manifest a gate to that dark realm, but you must go quickly. Tread carefully in Molog Baal's realm. You are important. The scrolls have so named you. After Lyris took my place in the Wailing Prison so that we might escape, the Daedra moved her to the Foundry of Woe. It is a place of torment and despair. She toils endlessly making weapons for the enemy. The God of Schemes invaded my mind many times during my imprisonment. It was a tortuous experience, but by forcing his way into my mind, he inadvertently opened his own thoughts to me, and thus created a chink in his own armor. We are connected, he and I. With concentration, I can see through his eyes. He feels my presence, and it fills him with rage. When you enter the Foundry to recover Lyris, I can keep his attention focused on me. He will be blind to you for a time. It will be a far greater danger for you to enter Cold Harbor without this distraction. It is Molog Baal's realm, and his power there is great. I will endeavor to distract him in this manner whenever you travel there.
Goodbye. Mennään Molog Baalin valtakuntaan. Molog Baal. siellä luetaan. On zombieita.
You're alive. Are you really here, or is this another trick? Then he's still alive. Thank the gods. But you can't stay. You have to leave before they find you here. You don't understand. They've done something to me. I can't leave. It's hard to describe. My memories, my feelings, they've been fragmented, ripped apart. And all the fragmented pieces have been locked away in different parts of the foundry. I've tried. The Daedra took everything. My willpower, my courage, my sense of self. I'm an empty shell. And the fragments are reflections of my worst fears and most painful memories. I can't. I don't think I can face them. I'll do my best. Lead on.
Jaha, lähdetään.
These lost souls are barely aware of their humanity. It's don't even need them anymore.
That works.
Home in Skyrim. My parents' graves. My mother died in childbirth. My father was distant. Cold. I think he blamed me for my mother's death. I ran off to become a mercenary when I was 16. Never saw my father again. He was murdered by an old enemy.
You bastard! Die like the monster you are! Her mind and soul are already ours! Abandon your pathetic rescue!
Who are you? Why does Lyris walk with you? In life, I was Gjaldr, father to Lyris. My spirit was torn from its rest and brought to this foul place. The Daedra forced me to experience my own murder again and again. I thought my torment would never end. I don't understand. Lyris was always a free spirit. Why would my presence bind her here? Lyris! Is this true, child?
You were always so cold. So distant. My mother died giving me life. It was my fault. I should never have been born.
Lyris, look at me. The blood of giants flows through my veins. Your mother was a Nord. I gave her my seed without thought for her safety. That's why she died. Not because of you, child. Because of me.
I thought you blamed me. You couldn't even look at me, Papa.
Do you not see? When I looked at you, I saw her face. I loved her, child, just as I love you, more than life itself. We cannot change the past, nor should we cling to it. You must not let these feelings haunt you. Let them go. Let me go.
I love you too, Papa. Rest now. Be at peace.
Be in
He's
peace.
gone. Come on, let's get out of here.
Saatiin
This
skeletal
place is a
mage.
labyrinth of hopelessness built to compound the misery of those who labor here.
Koitetaan ylentää tuo.
get all the pieces?
Yeah, I stashed them in the footlockers all around camp. I bet the commander makes a run.
No one wanted you were wrong.
Löydettiin sen vaatteet.
Did you find something? I can't believe it. This armor is who I am. It's what I am. A warrior without her armor is like a bear without claws. Excellent. I'm ready.
Jatkamme matkaa siis.
Watch your step. All the mining has made these tunnels unstable.
Skeleton. Mitäs se teki? Mage attacks closest enemy every 2 seconds, dealing 918 shock damagea.
Abner Tharn, you traitorous bastard. I should have expected to find you here.
Don't be a fool, Titanborn. I'm trying to help you. Your hatred poisons you. Warriors are like steel. When you lose your temper, you lose your worth.
Help me. You betrayed us all, then went back to licking Manny Marco's boot before the smoke cleared.
I did what I had to do. And as a show of my good intentions, I have a gift for you. But be warned, Cold Harbor will not give it up easily.
Is that... Sure, Bones, it is. Vestige, that's my battle axe. Thirsty for Daedric blood? My axe. Oh, it feels good to have it back. It's part of me. Losing it was like losing an arm. I don't know. I don't trust him and I never will. But it's odd. The blind hatred I felt when I saw him... I could have strangled him with my bare hands. But now... I think he was right. That hatred was poisoning me. Better. Stronger. Almost whole again. Isn't that strange? I feel powerful enough to take on Umaril the Unfeathered himself. I feel like a warrior again. We're not done yet. We need to keep moving forward. The passage is blocked by a rock slide. But now that I have my axe back, I might be able to break through it.
Jaha, lähdetäänpä kattoo.
Stand back. No damn pile of pebbles is gonna stop me now.
Se löi läpi siitä. Go boy.
So many Daedric beasties, so little time. We need to keep moving.
Se on hyvä tankki mulle tuo. Siellä joku puikkii. Hetkinen. Mitäs näissä on? Ei mitään.
Did you hear that? It sounded like... No.
Sai Shaha.
It couldn't be. Sai, what's happened to you? What have they done?
Lyris. Lyris. I can see you. Are you really there?
Sai, it's me. We're seeing some kind of vision of you. Do you know where you are?
I don't know. They're torturing me. They want the Amulet of Kings. Want me to tell them where it's hidden. But I haven't broken. Not yet.
Sai, you need to hold on. We're going to find you. I'll make sure of it. We'll find you. Somehow we'll get you out of there. Sai? Sai! No! Bring him back, you bastards! That was no trick. That was Sai Sahan. Sai's a friend. Maybe my best friend. We need to find him and get him out of there. We need to tell the Prophet about this. He'll know what to do. But first, we need to find a way out of here. I don't care what else they throw at us. Nothing's going to keep me from helping Sai.
Let's go. Tuo ei kyllä tee paljon. Katsotaan huvikseen paljonko se tekee. No on se, 4300. Sitten saa hiiliä samaan. Healthia. Ei paha, ei paha.
Something's wrong. All the doubt, the fear.
Mulla on tuo sama patsas.
Loneliness. It's all coming back. I have to push through this. Let's go.
Hieno patsas. Tää näyttää joskus.
Stand up, defend us. It's the source of all my fears. I can hear it whispering to me, taunting me.
Taas takas Tammerieliin.
Lyris, child. Are you all right?
Yes, Prophet, I'm fine. The vestige freed my mind from the Daedra's control.
Thank the Divines. Your loss would have thrown all into chaos.
They won't take me again. Not alive, at least. Prophet, Manamarco captured Sai Sahan. He's torturing him to find out where the Amulet of Kings is hidden. We have to rescue him.
You brought Lyris back, and largely intact from the look of her. And she will need time to recover. One does not leave such a place unscarred. Did he? I thought he had firmly aligned himself with Manamarco and his worm cult. Curiouser and curiouser. As you saw in my visions, the amulet's misuse ripped a hole in the barrier that protects Tamriel from the forces of oblivion. That damage must be undone, and the amulet is the key. But to find the amulet, we must first locate Sai Sahan. For now you must leave me to my meditation. I must set my mind to the task of locating Sai Sahan. Until then, embrace the unknowable. The drops of water cannot know themselves to be a river, yet the river flows on. Perhaps it was simply arrogance. Perhaps it was all part of his grand scheme. Who can know the logic of a Daedric prince? I will call upon you again when the time is right. Farewell, Mr.
Farewell. Tuossa voi laittaa pausille, jos haluaa lukia tän. Mä luulen, että se pyssäyttää mut heti tuossa. Päästään ulos täältä melkein. Tuohon ilmestyy kohta. Jep.
There you are, Vestige. Come to the Harborage. We must speak.
Ei ehtinyt kauas. Joo, mutta tehdäänpäs tähän väliin ihan pieni tauko. Keitän nopeaa tossa kahvia ja tuu hetken päästä takaisin. Jatketaan sitten tällä tehtävällä. Voi jättää teille nuo oikeastaan tuohon musiikit soimaan. Niin No niin, lähdetään jatkaa. Nyt on kuppi kahvia ja... lähdetään kattoon. Mikäs täällä odottaa? Joo. Tästä saa aina mukavasti, kun saa tuo yhden tavallaan tommosen... Se ei oo Sky Sharp, mutta saa kumminkin yhden pisteen, mitä voi käyttää noihin skill pointsejahan ne on nimeltään. Voitais sinne muuten laittaa jotakin tuonne. Jep. Nyt lähdetään pelastamaan Saishahan. Lyris täällä soittelee.
God, you are safe. Good fortune did not abandon us entirely. Despite many days of meditating and scrying, Sai-Sahan's whereabouts still elude me. The projection that you witnessed in the Foundry of Woe showed him to be in great peril. If we are to find him, I will need your help, Vestige. Though Sai remains hidden from my sight, Lyris brings news that an agent of the enemy lurks in Vokelgard. Fear is on the lips of the people. Darkness walks among them. Even a blind man can sense it. It is the hand of Menamarco. If it is truly an agent of Menamarco's worm cult, it may provide us with a clue that will hasten our search. Seek this agent, but tread carefully. The worm cult is a cult of necromancy, and the undead are fearsome opponents. Venture to Vokelgard, speak to the fisher, Media, and the jungler Dirinor. It was on their lips that Lyris first heard the troubles lurking in the shadows. Locate this agent of evil. Return with any personal effects they carry with them.
Jep. 5 minuuttia tuo kestää. Mikäs siinä on? Niin ei voi. Oipas. Dottu. Mun pitää 2 tyypille puhua. Tossa on heti vissiin ensimmäinen.
It's a fine day, isn't it? The fish are biting and the water is soothing. This one thinks you're a bit strange, hmm? Kidding. I am thinking I did see an Imperial man lurking around by the lighthouse, like skittish prey. He thinks I do not see him, but this one has a keen eye. Very generous. The Imperial was very sneaky, but this one saw him slip inside the lighthouse with another man. Very thin and white, like a dead thing. They did not think Khajiit was watching, but this one has excellent peripheral vision.
Aha.
know how long I've been looking for you?
I hope you're not expecting a performance. I had to sell off my equipment and instruments just to make ends meet. Times are tough, my friend. Funny you should ask. There was an odd-looking Imperial fellow in town a few days ago. He was asking about local burial grounds. Said he was trying to track down his great-aunt's remains. Yeah, right. And I'm Queen Irene's Chamberlain. Take it easy. It was just a joke. I don't want any trouble. Listen, I saw that same Imperial with another thug down by the lighthouse. Real scary-looking type. Skin as pale as a wraith.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Lighthouse. Onko se tuolla ylhäällä? On. Aha. Mennään takaisin. Siitä sait. Siinä on toinen. Kokeilla siipiä. Nice. Ahaa, täällä on joku Aldimion.
You'll never leave this place alive!
Ahaa, kyllä on joku...
What is the meaning of this interruption? Why have you contacted me? This is Abner Tharn. The Master and I are very busy. This had better be important. Wait a moment. I don't know your face. Identify yourself immediately.
Elikkä se ei tiedä minun kasvoja, vaikka mä oon... Joo. Nähty useasti. Mitenhän se ei oo tässä pelissä huomioitu ollenkaan?
Yes, your report, you insipid twit. What, did you contact me by accident? Well, out with it. I don't have all day. Your disguise is terrible, by the way. You look like a character from a bad adventure novel. Are they? I didn't think that Redguard Has-Been had a single friend left. Not in this world, at any rate. Never fear. Sai Sahan is safely locked away. Even if they were to discover his location, attempting a rescue would be suicidal. Of course I do. But I'm not in the habit of revealing vital secrets to insipid lackeys. Now be gone. And if you contact me again without good reason, I shall contact your cell commander and have you properly thrashed for your ineptitude.
Taas tuo olla vähän aikaa näkyvillä, niin saa halutessaan joku lukija. Paussillahan se pysähtyy. Lähdetään takas. Paussilla, joo. Hetkinen, tuohon suuntaan. Saadaan lisää pisteitä. Onks kaikki ok täällä? Ei. Sen takia käytän nuuta, kun meillä on tähtäimessä se level 50, jonka jälkeen hypätään sitten, onko se nyt 160, se maksimi vaatteiden tai varusteiden ja aseiden tuo. Hetkinen. Tulee yhtään semmoista, ei. Tosta sais staminaa lisää. Mitä mä häviäisin? Mä häviäisin... Joo, ei se haittaa, vaikka mä tuon häviäisinkin. Otetas tuo. Stamina 30 000 nyt.
You've returned. What have you found? Abner Tharn shows his face again. I get the sense that he might have a larger part to play in the coming events, but for good or ill, I cannot say. Leave the orb with me. I shall be able to use it to locate Sai Sahan.
Hold a moment. Come here. We need to talk. I heard you and the Prophet talking about Abner Tharn. Didn't the Prophet tell you the story of the 5 companions?
Jep, kyllä, kuultiin.
I know it's a lot to take in. We'll talk more later. In the meantime, I'll keep an eye on the Prophet. Hopefully that orb will help him find out where Sai Sahan is being held. Once we know that, we can plan our next move.
Näitten takia skill pointteja saahan näistä. Ahaa, ylennys. Mitäs Noita väliin. Good. Ei välitetä vielä noista muista. Täytyy vähän miettiä sitä lopullista buildia sitten. Se vie aikaa. Katsotaanpa alkaako uudestaan. Mennään tuohon. Bam. Yep.
The fog has lifted, Vestige. The path before us has been revealed. It is both dark and twisted. Come to the Harborage. We have an unexpected guest who demands your presence.
Mennään kattoon kuka siellä on. Kuka siellä on tullut meitä kattoo? Voidaan kohta paketoida tämä lähetys.
We have an unexpected guest, Vestige. My attempts to use the Orb of Discourse to locate Saisahan did not meet with success. So I decided to try a more direct approach. I used it as it was intended and contacted Abner Tharn. He admits that he knows Saisahan's location, but he will not reveal it. He demands to speak with you directly.
We meet again, Vestige. I wish to speak with you on a matter of some urgency. Menimarco and his vile master have dark and terrible plans for this world. If you wish to stop them, you need to find the Amulet of Kings. But to find the amulet, you must first locate Saisahan. Of course I do. And I might be willing to share that information. For a price. If Menimarco learns that we've spoken, he'll have me executed. I'm a danger to him. I know too much. Therefore I, Abner Tharn, Chancellor of the Elder Council, Overlord of Nibene, formally request asylum. Do I look to be in a mirthful mood? There comes a point when even a patriot's loyalty is stretched too far, when the things he has done, and has seen done, become too much to bear. Would that I could. As it happens, I find myself to be somewhat of a prisoner, in dire need of rescue. My proposal is this. If you retrieve me from Menimarco's fortress and grant me asylum, I will give you Saisahan's location in return. You can't. And you'd be a fool to trust me completely. But the facts remain, you need me if you wish to find Saisahan, and I must keep my head if I am to ensure the continuance of the Empire. Neither of us.
Tharn is quite correct. We have little choice in the matter.
You can't be serious. How can we possibly trust him?
As our visitor so eloquently pointed out, we cannot. But if we are to locate Saisahan, we must do this. Go with the Vestige, Lyris. Rescue Tharn. Give him the chance to redeem himself. He may surprise you.
Mennäs pelastaa. Se on jännä, että se ei mukaan muista meitä. Nyt olisi tietenkin pitänyt tähän peliin tehdä joku muutama laini, muutama lauseet lisää tuohon, että olisiko muutama enää. Olisi pitänyt koko pelilinjaa tai tähän questlineen tehdä.
You appear to have arrived in the wretched Squalor, a shantytown of Solshriven outside Menimarco's castle. As luck would have it, Menimarco is away on some errand for the Daedric Prince. The castle garrison is not on alert, so you should only encounter a token defense. The main gate is sealed, but there are undoubtedly other routes one might take. You're the hero, aren't you? Improvise.
We'll find a way in. Okay.
Let us improvise, he says. I can't believe we're risking our lives to rescue that skeeving Horker. Subtlety and stealth. Let's not bring the entire castle guard down on our heads. And didn't he say this was a town of Solshriven? Maybe we can find one who knows his way around. Try to be inconspicuous. We've just got free of this place. The last thing we need is to get recaptured.
Se on totta. Hetkinen. Siellä näyttää nuoli tuon.
You want to buy something? Famazar has rocks, and dirt, and bones. It is hard to be a merchant in the wretched Squalor. Feed first. That is the fastest way in. Ask Cadwell. That crazy bastard seems to know every corner of this place. You better hurry though. I heard they just chased him into a building near the waterway.
Why am I not surprised to find Cadwell here? He certainly does get around.
Okei, siellä on viholaisia monin puolin. Tuollakin on yksi. Sitten tuossa. Sitten sillä on sisällä. Siellä on joku big bossikin. Otetaan se alas.
Intruders!
Noin. Hello, Godwell.
I say, jolly good timing. Lyris enchanted, as always. And you're looking fit for someone, so how can I put it? Deficient in the soul department? Wherever the forces of evil prey upon the innocent, wherever souls are stolen and bodies shriven, wherever a people cry out for justice, there goest I. I mean, this whole eternal servitude business is rather nasty, don't you agree? Gebellas Garters, why? Lovely grounds, no question, but it's positively brimming with angry cultists carrying rather large weapons. I see. A rescue, is it? Well, that's a different kettle of fish, isn't it? There is a cistern that drains into the waterway. The door is locked, but that's not stopped me before. Why don't you meet me there, and we'll see what's what?
Thank you.
That might be our best chance to get inside.
Se näyttää tonne.
cave with bones and muck.
You keep up nicely. I can't abide dawdlers. This whole bloody castle sits on top of an ocean of unstable oblivion, what's it? The Daedra use pipes to control the flow of it all, and it comes out as steam. Well, most of the doors in here are sealed with pressure from that steam. It's all rather complicated, but in a nutshell, if I can tamper with the pipes, we can open the doors to the inner keep, and you can slip inside. Well, I can handle the tinkering, but you'll have to keep the beasties off me. It will be quite a romp. Are you game?
I'm game. Let's go.
Onward! Ha-ha!
Ai. Tämä ei paljon hiippaile. Hello. Se menee niinku uskomattoman nopea tuo stamina mulla jostain syystä. Kiitos.
Don't worry, this will get you inside with a minimum of fuss.
Toinen.
One more after this one. This should do it. There you are. Quick as you please. There's even time for tea. A pleasure, think nothing of it. The merest trifle, truly. You'll find this Tharn fellow at the top of the Tower of Bones. You'll need to make your way through the keep's heart to get to it, but it's not terribly far. I understand the King of Worms has set him to the task of inspecting the soul gems that find their way into the castle. Which is to say, well, all of them. You'll see crates of the things scattered around the premises. Indeed? Well, I might just take you up on that. But safety first. I'll stay here for the nonce and make sure nothing comes to bugger up our little adventure from behind.
Sir Cadwell came through again. That crazy night is starting to grow on me. Should I be worried?
Oh no, hear me out. How many Tharns does it take to rule an empire?
Shut up. I'm trying to work here.
None. The one on the throne is a patsy, and the one in the tower isn't useful anymore.
It's not even funny. Get back to work, would you?
Otetaan vähäksi jättää auki tuohon. Siinä oli viimeinen sivu.
You, hurry up. The worms are on the move.
Tuleeko boss fight?
Oh good. Another projection of Tharn. Maybe if we ignore him, he'll go away.
There you are. I was beginning to think you were captured. We've a bit of a problem, I'm afraid. The door at the top of the tower has sealed with a warded barrier. I've seen the worms use similar sorceries before. It will sear you to ash if you touch it. Here's a thought. The flesh atronachs that patrol the castle halls are assembled in a laboratory very close to the warded door. If you created your own atronach, it would be bound to obey you. You could force it to smash through the barrier. It's a simple process. A child of 5 could do it. Unfortunately, we don't have a child of 5, so I'll be forced to walk you through it. You'll need some good-sized chunks of flesh. Take them to the laboratory and I'll contact you there.
Jaha, flesh. Siinä on. Chilled flesh.
It takes a lot to make me ill, but this is getting there. Imagine how the worms get used to this.
Mennäs tuota katsoa.
Not the most glamorous task, is it?
Vielä yksi. Mistä me se löydetään? Lockpick. Siellä ois. Siellä on tää. Kokeillaan saadaanko me tätä hengellä. Se oli vähän kovempi vastus.
I'm not going near the city butcher for a while, I'll tell you that much.
Sieltäkinhän me oltais saatu. Suottaa tapeltiin tuolta. Siellähän se jo. Tää täällä lihaa.
Not very big. Oh well. Now, cast the ritual from the book. Ha! We'll make a necromancer of you yet.
Minä olen jo.
You're not far now. Through the door and to the summit.
To the summit. Ahaa, täällä on taas näitä. Ehtivät huomaa. Goldia kannatti juosta takaisin.
There he is.
Begone, insufferable worms. I'm working as fast as I can. So, we meet in person at long last. You look taller in your projection.
Ei muista.
And not a moment too soon. If I had to inspect one more bloody soul gem, I'd have thrown myself from the tower. A fair question. I know things. Things that can help you. Here's a bit to whet your appetite. Ma'aqi isn't doing any of this to serve Molag Bal. His ultimate plan is to out-scheme the god of schemes and to replace him. The Amulet of Kings is the key to everything. Why do you think he kidnapped Sahan? He's torturing him, trying to get him to reveal the amulet's hiding place. Precisely. With the amulet at his command, Ma'aqi believes he can trap Molag Bal's essence and absorb his power. He seeks to become a god himself.
Aha.
I'd love to discuss this further, but this is hardly the place. Get me to a safe haven and I will tell you the rest. That was our agreement.
Now, Tharn. No telling my secrets. Go to your room, Abner. I will deal with you shortly. Ah, dear Lyris. Your old position at the Foundry is still available. We'll even give you your own set of unbreakable chains. And you, the thorn in my side, the pebble in my shoe. How strong are you? Shall we test your limits? Infuriating. The process drains the energy from most victims, yet you keep fighting. Your strength surprises me. How much more can you take, I wonder?
Se läpsäsee kyllä pitkälle. Tai.
Ma'aqi, you dare attack the Chancellor of the Elder Council? His power wanes, vestige. Strike him down, while his attentions are on me.
How dare you betray me, Tharn! Suffering is legendary.
Lähti pakoon.
He will not remain discorporated for long. His consciousness will be adrift for a few moments, but that is all. Because Ma'aqi has delusions of godhood. He cares nothing for the Empire. He seeks only power. I've never done battle with him before. He's far more powerful than I imagined. Oh well, too late for regrets. In for a bean, in for a beanstalk. First things first, we need to get out of here alive. We certainly can't go back the way you came in. I'd imagine they're swarming the grounds already. There's a refuse chute further down the path. It's a bit of a drop, but we'll probably survive.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
You must be the ugliest princess ever rescued from a tower, Tharn.
I'm shocked your lack of education and repeated blows to the head haven't dulled your wit, Titanborn.
Hello again. Need a way out? I'll have that open in just a moment.
Kiitos, kiitos.
Ma'aqi preserve us. You're as battered and bruised as a peach in a sack of rocks. Bit of the old derring-do, was it? No matter. You'll be needing an escape route, no doubt. Well, it's what I do, quite honestly. We should probably hurry it up. The entire castle is as bristly as a sack of sewing needles after all that noise. Come with you? You mean leave Cold Harbor? Well, I don't know. It's been a very long time since I've seen the world I left behind. Do you think it's wise? Well, that's settled then. And after all, you do need someone to lead you out of here. Onward!
Let's go. Flee the tower summit.
Into the chute, come on!
Siellä.
Quickly! I've opened another portal. Hurry!
Noin, päästiin pois. Siihen saadaankin päätökseen tämä lähetys. Tää on nyt kohta 2 tuntia.
My estates, my titles, my own life, it's all forfeit now. All in the name of preserving the Empire. I swear by all the gods, Ma'aqi will pay dearly for this. Of course, I am Abner Tharn. It will take more than a few brainless cultists to rattle these old bones. Now then, where were we? Ah, yes. Truth be told, I don't know the precise location, but I do know that he is Manimarco's prisoner, and that the King of Worms is trying to pry the location of the amulet from him. Now, before you lose your temper, let me clarify. I don't know precisely where he is, but I can find out. I'll just need a little time.
What? You
Valehteli.
son of a bitch!
Ah! Are you insane? Get away from me, you brutish she-troll!
Lyris, stand down.
He's done nothing but lie to us from the beginning. I don't care what he says. He'll always be Menimarco's toady.
Please. Menimarco wants me dead. Did I pretend to capitulate to him? Yes, I did. Do you have any idea how many lives I saved by doing so?
The only thing you saved was your holdings in your own hide, you pompous ass!
Enough. Abner had no choice, Lyris. And we are guilty of our own deceit, are we not? The time has come for the Vestige to know the truth.
What's this? The Vestige doesn't know? Oh, this is rich.
Sire, don't.
Vestige, until now, you've only known me as the Prophet. But that is not my true name. I am Tharn Aquilarius.
Our fallen emperor, in the tattered robes of a moth priest, blind as a newborn kitten.
I am sorry I deceived you, Vestige. You are angry. It is to be expected. I was once, but no more. My name is Baron Aquilarius. In truth, I feared you'd kill me where I stood if you knew who I was. You certainly wouldn't have allied with us so readily. I caused this, all of this. If Molag Bal destroys this world, the blame will be mine and mine alone. You must not blame Lyris. She did as I instructed. She's my sworn protector, but she is also your ally. You have my solemn promise, Vestige. When this is over, if you still judge me harshly, you can end my life. I will offer no resistance. We must find Saisahan. Everything depends on that.
What should I do?
In this matter, nothing. Abner and I must confer. We will contact you again when we have more information. I did not.
Siihen päättyi se. Lähdetään kattoo, saadaanko uusi tehtävä alakaan tuolta. Alkaako meillä uusi tehtävä? Saman tien.
Tharn wants to speak to you. Go to the Volkal Guard Mages Guild. Quick, quick!
Käydään siellä. Käydään äkkiä siellä. Hetkinen, sehän ei oo tää. Eikö on? Tossa käydään nopsaa ja sitten paketoidaan tää lähetys.
Welcome to Volkagard.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
Me ei tehdä mitään, kun me ylennyttään koko ajan, niin se on oikeastaan mentävä niillä mitä saa, vaan ei kannata edes alkaa tekemään mitään ihmeellistä. Tätäs tuo käyttää. Toki voidaan myyä. Tuo voisi olla ihan hyvä. Tuo myyään. Toki voisi olla hyvää. Tuolla me ei tehdä mitään. Eikä tuolla. Tuolla.
Hear now the lesson of the divine body.
Katsotaanpa ehitäänkö tuo tie, vaikka saatais jotakin tuo. Tuosta äskeisestä muista enää mikähän se oli se. Ehittiin. Nää on ollut aika upia.
I will ensure no tales are told of your valor.
Pidetään peukku. Jep, sieltähän tuli. Kokeillaan vaikka kasata tämmönen satsi itelle. Nythän me saatiin. When you block an attack, you have 20% chance to cause all enemies with 5 meters of you to bleed. Tuohan voi olla ihan jännä. Mä yleensä näen aina blokki päällä. No, mennäs tuon. Voitais ottaa joku muukin täältä. Blokki päällä yleensä aina on, niin siinä saattaa samalla tulla.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
Tuo se jaksaa, tulee joka paikka.
Ah, excellent. You got my message. Apparently that little creature isn't completely useless. Banekin can be such children. I hope you've nothing pressing. We could be here a while. I can't be strutting around the city wearing my imperial regalia, can I? Your concern about my fashion sense is touching but irrelevant. I've called you here for a reason. If we are to determine a course of action, we need more information. By now, it should be clear your prophet Emperor brought these catastrophic events upon us. Everything that transpired is his fault. Granted, Ma'aqi can be very persuasive and charismatic when he wants to be. We all believed him when he said we could change Varen's bloodline with the Amulet of Kings. You saved Varen's life when you rescued him in Cold Harbor. In return, he lied to you about his true identity and his part in causing the soul burst. He manipulated you from the very start. Perhaps the better question is, why don't you blame Varen? Varen wants to assemble a new group of companions in the vein of the original five. Claims it fulfills a prophecy in those wretched scrolls of his. Superstitious nonsense, but he is quite correct on one point. We need to find Sai Sahan. In the chaos following the soul burst, Sahan stole the Amulet of Kings and fled the Imperial City. We're going to need that relic, and he is the only one who knows its current location. He was captured by Minimarco's agents and taken to an undisclosed location. We need to find out where he's being held.
Aha.
Minimarco keeps his most secret documents in a hidden lair of Daedric cultists deep within the Grotwood, in the ruins of Wormroot Depths. We must travel there and search for clues. Remember, Wormroot Depths, Grotwood. I'll meet you inside.
Me itse asiassa käytiin viime lähetyksessä siellä.
If I can endure Titanborn's inane prattle, I can survive your assuredly erudite elucidations. Proceed. Well, if you must pry, I am Chancellor to the Elder Council and Overlord of Nibene. But of all my titles, the greatest is my family name, Tharn. We are the greatest of the noble houses, with seats at the Imperial Court for countless centuries. Politicians, a grossly inadequate word to describe our duties and our legacy. The Tharns have a storied history of advising kings and emperors that can be traced back to the First Era. We understand the ebb and flow of power. Ah, there's the rub. With my untimely defection, my family will likely be divested of its holdings. The name Tharn is probably being stricken from every document in the Imperial archives as we speak. I detest being on the wrong side of history. Don't sound so smug about it. This is a setback, nothing more. By allying with you, I will liberate the Empire from Minimarco's grip. The Empire is all that matters to me. I will do what I must to ensure its survival. Clivia. She is comfortably lodged in Minimarco's pocket, along with my nephew, Jabard. I doubt they've given my disappearance a second thought. Ah, fair Clivia. My charming girl grew to be a ruthlessly ambitious woman. I taught her well.
Goodbye. Okei, lopetellaan tää lähetys tähän ja jatketaan viimeistään ensi viikon loppuna. Mutta kiitos vaan kaikille sinne katselijoille ja
Never, I repeat, never attempt to draw magic from the environment like this in the field. Disaster will be your only reward.